Eddie, congratulations on this film. I really enjoyed it, and I was really just surprised to learn things about Queen Victoria that I had no idea about. In preparing for this role of Bertie, what surprised you most about royal life?
I know quite a lot about history and about royalty and behaviour. So I don't think there was... Well, what I was surprised about Victoria was that she was learning Urdu, to get my pronunciation right. What people won't know is that she was half German. Her mother was German. So she grew up speaking German. Her husband was German. She had Italian as well. So there's English, German, Italian. And then adding another language on, I know as someone who's learned languages, that's something that you can do, and it feels easier to do once you have a few languages. So I just didn't know she wrote in Urdu, and it's been suppressed. Over 100 years this story has been depressed. She was depressed, but it was suppressed.
It was also interesting to see how lonely she was and how frustrated she was in the role. And at one stage she turned around and said, "Why do I do this?" And Abdul turned around and said, "Service. We are not here to worry about others. We are here for others and to serve others." You've been very vocal about wanting to run for Mayor of London. What makes you want to serve others?
Well, it's I say Mayor of London or Member of Parliament. So I'd like to go into politics. The word service, it's a little tricky, that actual definition. The reason I want to go into politics is because I think at this time when extremist viewpoints are taking hold and people are saying, hey, why don't we go back and revisit the 1930s, that kind of politics, because that sounded like fun. Has anyone read a book? And I'm saying no. What I think is that the moderates of the world, we have to become activists, get up our backsides and go out and put forward a viewpoint where you do say, I'm proud of my country, but I want to reach out to other countries. Can we learn from you? Can you learn from us? And that's not what was being said in Imperial Europe in the story of Victoria and Abdul, where they're saying, the British were saying, yeah, well, we're proud of our country, and can you learn from us? Because we're not going to learn anything from you, and we're going to tell you what to do, and we're going to take the best raw materials and sell them for ourselves. So that's a completely different way of working. Yeah. I'm trying to look forward. I'm now touring in French, doing stand-up comedy in French, German, Spanish, as well as English, and I've played 45 countries around the world, running marathons. I'm looking to what are the different ways that we can do things in the world that will hopefully excite people's imagination and say, yeah, that's a better way than just saying hatred, build walls, run and hide, stick your head in the sand. So that's what I'm interested in. Monarchy systems don't really work for that. Monarchy systems tend to hold on and they conserve. The whole Conservative Party and the conservative nature of aristocracy is hold on to what we've got. A lot of us in the world are now saying, come on, let's be progressive, progress, what can we do, what can we change? I just played 3 gigs in India, and I was very happy to be in Mumbai, Bombay, Bangalore, Bangalore. I give them both their names because they've got these names and local people call them differently, and New Delhi as well. And it was about 95% Indian citizens coming along, so hopefully they'll enjoy this film.
Talking about gigs and different languages, because you haven't had enough challenges. Have you ever thought of coming over to Ireland and learning the Irish language and doing stand-up in Gaelic?
Well, the thing is that I'm very practical in this, and you've got to realise I am a human being. And so I have learned French because that was my first language, and I spent 8 years learning that. German, there's all that history from the Second World War, First World War, and now that's all changed, and I did that at school as well. Spanish because of the reach. Arabic because I was born there, Russian, again, history, politics, and also 150 million. So if I learned Irish, I'd have to learn Gaelic as well in Scotland. I'd have to learn Welsh. And then I may as well learn every language in the world, and then you will drop dead. You just can't do it all. So that's why Sam Beckett wrote in French. He wrote On a ton de Godot in French, not in Irish. So I'm going to develop my next show in French. So I have to be practical. So you can't just do everything. I'm not into challenges, actually. Yeah. I'm into doing things that are positive, and I try and do them in a way that might capture people's imagination so that everyone goes, oh, wow, that's happening. Well, let's go and see it or try it, or I'll do something like that.
Eddie, you really are amazing. And anybody I told that I was coming over to interview you, there was so much excitement. Everyone had a question for me that they wanted to ask. Everyone had a line from your stand-up that they wanted me to throw at you. When you meet people in the street, what's the thing that they most want to talk to you about?
Well, since I started doing the endurance running, that is the thing that most, they say, well done about the marathons. Even some people say, wow, you do the marathons and you're transgender as well and you wear the heels. And that's quite nice because I ran specifically with the nails painted in South Africa. I thought that was a nice message to maybe Africa as well as every other country. Anyone who's negative on LGBT saying, yes, we can be all that, we can do all that. So the marathons is what most people come up to me and say, well done about that.
I could talk to you forever, but I'm being wound up. I look forward to anything that you give us. Thank you so much.
Cheers.